Hey guys, and welcome back to Fringe Friday. I am Carmen, and today we are going to be watching Season 1, Episode 7 of Fringe. Whew, we are really getting into it now. Last episode, we delved into some of Olivia's past and her trauma, and we heard about her stepfather, and he's still harassing her and being creepy. So I'm assuming we're going to meet him at some point, unfortunately. Not really looking forward to how that's going to go. We also learned that Nina Sharp and Walter maybe had something going on. They definitely knew each other, and she knew Peter. She also asked him for a favor. So I am also not excited to see how that turns out. Anyway, that's kind of where we are. Let's see where we're going in this episode right now. I thought he was gonna just run him over.
Panda bears?
They knew we were coming. Somewhere they made a switch.
Oh, okay.
Joseph Smith began working for the shipping company a week before the container was packed.
Weight of the container after pickup was 1,306 pounds.
What's wrong with him?
1,299.
Broyles, there's something happening to him. Can you look up? Broyles. Thank you. I don't think it's a natural. I don't think it's just a heart attack. I don't think this is.
Intermittent cardiac arrest. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
Fixed 1 minute dilating the neck.
Oh, this is probably infecting all these people. It's probably some kind of airborne thing. This is not good.
The only thing for us to do is wait.
Okay, but I think that it has to do with those freaking panda bears. I know it's fake. I know it's fake. I just don't like the sounds. I feel like the sounds are worse.
What is that?
Okay, now I kind of want to see it. What the fuck is that? What the fuck are these panda bears doing? What? Yo, what was that?
They cordoned off the area, but ID's been here already, so the thing isn't communicable.
Okay, so it's not airborne. Yeah, can we look at this again? Because I actually, for once, want to see the weird thing.
Spectacular. It's likely a hybrid result of genetic manipulation.
Did it growl?
Beautiful this is.
No, I don't.
Not so much, no.
Yeah.
Do you think you can remove it?
Oh, I'd be willing to try, but not here. My breath is atrocious.
So you're saying that that thing in his chest...
Is a parasite? Yes, perhaps. But with an exceptional means of attachment.
How did it get there?
This was in his bag, among the things he brought back from Frankfurt.
What is all those numbers?
Can I see Mitchell? Please.
You know, I really don't think you want to. Those gloves are so cumbersome, like.
Oh,
What's happening?
it's killing him.
This might loosen its grip.
It's a gamble, but I like the theory. Excellent work, son. You may have found your true calling at last. Working with me. This pattern repeats throughout the DNA sequence, but it's too organized to be accidental, too perfect to be natural. Your friend thinks it might be a code.
Broyles? Astrid?
I think it may just be the Caesar shift.
What's that?
It's a simple monoalphabetic cipher.
Is it now?
Yeah, CFT fits. What is that?
What's CFT?
The name on the file, what was written, was ZFT. That means something to you?
month ago, a British national named David Robert Jones was arrested in Frankfurt, Germany by Interpol in possession of state secrets.
Okay.
His background is in deep biotechnology, notably genetic weaponry.
So you think he's ZFT?
I don't know.
ZFT, what is it? Who are they?
Agent Dunham, there is much you have not been made aware of regarding the pattern.
Well, I'm here. I have time.
Yeah, why do you keep keeping secrets? Stop keeping secrets. Secrets aren't helpful when you're trying to investigate shit.
There are cells, we don't know how many. Privately funded with presence in 83 recorded countries. ZFT is among them.
So they're terrorists.
But not in the conventional sense. They traffic not in drugs or weapons, but in scientific progress.
So that thing we found in Loeb could be one of those experiments. Do you think that Jones will tell us how to remove it?
He might, if we were allowed to see him. German authorities have refused us access.
Why?
I may be able to get in.
You got superpowers you aren't telling me about?
Maybe.
Let me save you the trip, Dunham. You're not getting in.
We don't know each other well enough for you to say something like that to me. And I don't see any other option here, do you, sir?
I love her so much.
Walter,
What?
come here. What is that?
The parasite. It's growing.
Parasite is spreading faster than I thought.
Yeah. The Observer.
Look at you. Lucas, I never thought I'd see the day.
It's more comfortable than the military uniform.
So she knew him from when she was in the military? Or when she was investigating? Awkward.
I would be willing to sign anything.
I like her.
Me too.
Even if I were to give the okay, Mr. Jones talks to no one.
I have reason to believe he will talk to me. If I write him a message, will you give it to him?
I was just saying I'm grateful for your work.
You're most welcome. I had a fruit cocktail once. Mind you, I'm not the fruit cocktail sort of guy.
Excuse me.
You know, he likes to, you know, he likes tidbit things.
We need him to focus.
There's no master switch I can flick and turn him into the man I wish had raised me, or even somebody I don't have to babysit every day. I guess I've had that on my mind for a while.
Yeah.
But I have something for you.
What is it?
Local connection to the ZFT.
We analyzed the document Lowe brought back from Frankfurt. We figured out
Each line corresponds to an FBI case file.
Oh.
Every one of them originating from this field office.
another mole in this office. I know Joseph Smith.
Yeah.
Got an address?
Hold on.
I'm surprised. He'll
He
see
agreed.
you. But not until tomorrow morning. You'll have 14 minutes, not a second more. Mr. Jones wanted you to have this.
What does it say?
Jones has agreed to talk with me tomorrow morning, but only on the condition that he first gets to talk to a colleague of his.
Joseph Smith?
His name's Joseph Smith.
At 4331 Broad Street. That's who Broyles is after right now.
We need him alive.
Oh, God.
You get in touch with Broyles yet?
No, they're still radio silent. I'm gonna call HQ. I'll call you back.
Oh, God. He's just gonna rip up in his little car, and Broyles is gonna be pissed. Oh, God. Hurry, 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 hurry with your little car. Hurry with the little car.
Must stay back, sir. Sir, this is a police action. You need to get back. You're not authorized. Get any closer to the house.
Freeze, FBI! Stop or we'll shoot! Drop your weapon!
No!
Oh, he hella dead. No!
Turns out Mr. Jones would only help us if he could talk to Mr. Smith. The same Mr. Smith that your people just killed.
Hello, Peter. This is me, your father, Walter Bishop.
But yes, he still has a head.
Splendid. And perhaps in this case, death is simply an inconvenience.
Can they still talk to the people when they're dead?
I wasn't gonna say these words, but here we are. I've become, and I'm not kidding, a spectacular cook.
Okay.
Spend the night.
I knew there was a history there.
Does David Jones know that Joseph Smith is dead?
No.
If you can still get in to see him tomorrow, he may not have to.
Spread it evenly, and don't forget his nipples. Oh, Peter!
Memories.
So I
You used to do this to me. You attach wires to car batteries and then you would shock me.
Yes, I was accumulating data.
No, you were experimenting on me.
Son, we're ready.
We'll unpack that later.
I suppose it's a good thing it wasn't attached to your head.
Who was he? Whoever it was who broke your heart, or am I misreading you?
It's a long story, buddy.
He was my partner from the Bureau. He was straightforward, decisive, charming, and it was wonderful. Except it was all a lie. He betrayed me, betrayed the job, and he died. That's the end.
Kind of. Not really, like...
I think about you so often, and I don't call because I'm ashamed of how I treated you.
They're gonna have sex.
Look, is that...
Yeah, I think they're gonna have sex. I mean, good for her. Oh.
I have...
It's purely Peter.
Hey, you're not going to believe this, because I'm not really sure that I do, but I think this might actually work. Walter seems to think we can get the dead guy to answer some questions.
Thank you.
Is it a coincidence that it was Peter?
I'm gonna go back to the hotel.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Anything?
Did I hear anything? No. What a pleasure this is.
Creepy.
Why not your freedom or extradition?
You make two assumptions, Miss Dunham, both incorrect. The first is that there is nothing more valuable than my freedom. The second is that I am responsible for the infection of Agent Loeb.
Okay.
Walter, what are you giving me?
Nothing for you to worry about. Perfectly harmless.
What is going on in here?
Lots of stuff's happening in there. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff.
What if someone wanted information from the both of us? Perhaps they've orchestrated all of this.
But it was her idea to go to Germany.
This can't possibly be scientific.
Peter, look at me.
It's fringe science.
Daddy?
You know, I'm not gonna let that upset me. But it kind of does.
Ask my friend Joe. Where does the gentleman live?
Where does the gem?
Astrid, I need the answer now.
Agent Dunham, it's not working.
I need paper. Paper. Give me some paper. Quick, quick. I see something.
What is that?
He lives and sticks.
It's there. There's just something missing.
Astrid, please hurry.
Yes, hurry.
We are going to have to fill in the blanks.
How?
Astrid, I have no time. I need the answer now. Astrid, please.
Little Hill.
Little Hill?
Little Hill!
3 parts mebendazole, 2 parts thermophilic hydrolase. A syringe directly into the parasite.
That lucky that I'm not the one who had to remember that shit, because he would be dead.
You know, I have other means of gathering information about Mr. Jones, if you'd like me to use them. Say yes, Olivia. It'll give me an excuse to call you again.
I would tell you to get some sleep while you can, because tomorrow we'll do this all over again, and guess what? You'll have 1,000,000 new answers and 1,000,001 new questions. I would tell you those things, but I won't, because your dissatisfaction is what makes you so damn good. Someone I'm proud to say I work with.
They're gone.
So, did it work?
Yes. It led them back to Mr. Jones.
Did he ask the question? Did we get the answer?
What? He's dirty. You know, I suspected that they were lingering on them for too long. Did he do that to himself? He could have died. Okay, so I am definitely in a binge kind of mood after that episode. I think I'm gonna try not to, but I just want to watch more, you know? Anyway. Okay, so this episode was really interesting and the plot thickens, the mystery deepens. Once again, I have so many questions and so few answers, I guess. And I kind of love it because it just makes me excited to get to the next episode and learn the next thing and know more and learn more. Yeah. So we met, and you know, I cannot remember his name. Is it Loeb? Loeb, I think. Mitchell is the guy who got infected with the weird parasite that was attached to his heart. And it turns out that him and his wife constructed it or did it, and they did it so that they could get the information from Joseph Smith, which is Little Hill. So he is the mole, right? He has to be the mole that's in their office with the clearance. The fact that he didn't even like posit another name should have been suspicious to Broyles, but they are friends, so he is probably not going to be suspecting his friend, which makes sense. But it's like, what do they want? What are they trying to accomplish? And was Mr. Jones right that they were using them for, I mean, he was definitely right that they were using them for information. He just didn't know that it was in fact Loeb that was using him and Olivia for the information of Little Hill. Now, where the hell Little Hill is, what the hell Little Hill means, who Little Hill is, if it's a place, a person, a thing, fucking unicorn, I don't know. But it's important, and maybe they can figure it out. Hopefully they can figure it out. Olivia's ex of some sort is going to look further into Mr. Jones, so that's going to give us some sort of information. I'm not exactly sure what information. Also don't remember his name. might learn it at some point. Probably in editing, I'll figure it out. But I feel very like betrayed. Like they went out of their way to save this man's life from something that he did to himself to use them to get information. Like that's so fucking rude. We also learned in this episode that there is a secret underground sort of cell that exists in 83 countries, and it is like the black market, except for or like a criminal ring, but instead of trading in criminal things and illegal stuff, they trade in science and experiments and information and, I mean, also very illegal scientific experimentation and everything. And that has a lot to do with the pattern that we didn't know about before. It kind of seems to me that the more that we learn about the pattern, the more that it doesn't seem to be a sort of supernatural thing or anything like that, but it doesn't seem supernatural or extraterrestrial or anything of that sort to me. The more we learn about it, it kind of seems to really be very rooted in science, and it's people on this planet doing secret experiments, and they're leading up to something. We don't know what, but it's not good. It's very bad. I think that much we can kind of say for relatively certain. A tiny small thing that I really loved in this episode was Olivia and Broyles' conversation where she says that she's going to Germany, and Broyles is like, you're not going to get in, it doesn't matter what you do. And she's like, you don't know me well enough to say that to me yet, which I love, because she's like, you do not know how fucking badass I am and the shit that I can do. Do not underestimate me. We love a strong woman, okay? Like, I'm in love. It was also kind of interesting to see the guy, that Olivia's ex, and to see their interactions. And yeah, I also thought it was very interesting that when they were about to have sex, that Peter is the one who called and interrupted. And you guys might not know, but I'm a huge shipper, okay? And I don't super ship them right now, but I can see myself like really, really shipping them. So I don't know, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I just thought it was interesting. Keeping my eye on that, you know. They have had little kind of flirty, interesting, confidential moments. Confidential, confiding in moments. And yeah, just keep an eye on it. Like I said, you know, just keeping an eye on it. I think the last thing that I really want to talk about in this episode is that Walter experimented on Peter when he was a child, which should not be shocking, but somehow was a little bit shocking. And I think that it was shocking for Peter. And I think that Walter did it as safely as he could. And I do think that he did it probably for the benefit of Peter. But I think that it scares Peter to know that. And we also had Peter talking about how his father is lucid only 1/3 of the time, and 2/3 of the time he's not. And he didn't really sign up to be a babysitter, and he kind of wishes that he was a different kind of dad to him, which, you know, is just a lot and understandable. I think Peter has had a very difficult life and a difficult relationship with Walter, and it kind of broke my heart in the moment when he was drugged up and he saw Walter and he said, you know, Daddy. He kind of reverted back to being a child, and he just saw his dad, and he had such innocence and such trust in his voice that I don't think Walter has heard from Peter in a very long time. And I mean, he calls him Walter now. So just another little tidbit of information to put in the file to try to decipher and understand this relationship and unpack it. And I just enjoy it. I enjoy seeing Walter and Peter interact and the way that their interactions change and evolve over time. And I'm curious to just keep watching it. Also, I would just like to apologize to those pandas. They did not do anything wrong, and I am sorry. They were just stuffed pandas. Anyway, I think that is all that I really have to say about this episode. The mystery continues, and I am here for it. As always, if you would like, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. Zero pressure to do so, though. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. You can also, if you would like, watch the next episode right now over on Patreon, which will be linked in the description below, as well as the entire reaction to this episode, full length, watch along style, which is also over on Patreon. That is it, though. I will see you guys next time for another episode of Fringe. Until then, bye guys.